Hello, guys. Now we are going to be working on chapter 7, lesson 6, and this one's patterns today. So we have been through all of this where the essential question is how are patterns used to solve problems? Well, guess what? Now we're on patterns, all right? So you're going to be using pages 513 to 518. Make sure you put your name on it and make sure you put a staple in it right there, okay? Let's get started. All right, so a sequence is a list of numbers that follow a specific pattern. Each number in the list is called a term. So each one of these right here are called terms, and then the whole thing is a sequence. And the dots after indicate that it continues. So whenever you see the dots, it means it just keeps going on and on and on. So keep this bit right here in mind, and these two words right here in mind as we go through the lesson today. Mary and her friends find a four-leaf clover during lunch. A four-leaf clover has four leaves. The table shows the total number of leaves for several four-leaf clovers. Extend this pattern. So we're looking for the pattern. And you can see for this is one. Well, it has four. For two leaves, it has 8. For three leaves, it has 12. And for four leaves, it has 16. So you can see as a pattern, each time we go to the next number, we plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So you would basically plus 4 for the next one. So you'd say 16 plus 4 is 20. And as I said right here, you're adding plus 4. And then you would have, they didn't give you the next one, so you got to put this next one over here, 20. And then you put 20 plus 4 is 24. And then 24 plus 4 is 28. So the next three terms are 20, 24, and 28. All right, so let's turn to the page. Let's go to 514 now. All right, 514. We have Maria and Zhang are training to run a half marathon. A half marathon is 13 miles. I ran one once. Their weekly doesn't look like it. Their weekly training plans are shown in the table. Use the information to write a sequence to represent each person's weekly training plan, then compare these plans, okay? So, Maria, as you can see, she started out with 2. Zhang started out with 4. To get his, he's going to add 2 miles per week for each of the next 4 weeks. So starting miles was 2, right? And then we're going to add 2 miles per week. So he's going to add 2 miles. So he's going to do 4, right? Then he's going to add 2 more, which is 6. Add 2 more is 8. And then, so that's the next 3 weeks, right? We need to add 1 more, which is 10. And for Zhang, add 4 miles each week for the next 4. So we start out at 4. We're going to add 4 to that because that's what it said, add 4. We get 8. We're going to add 4 to that. We get 12. Add 4 to that. You get 16. And then we got 1 more to do. You get 20. So this question here is write a sequence with 5 terms for Maria. Well, we just did that, right? We did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then we have 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. So compare the training plans. We have each week, Zhang plans to run blank as many miles as Maria. So it says compare. So each week, Zhang plans to run. So he's going to run basically, as you can see, each week we look, well, he's going to do 4, she does 2. 8, 4, 12, 6. So it looks like to me, Zhang's going to run twice as many. So we can just say twice as many as miles as Maria. All right. So we have down at the bottom of the guided practice. We have write the next 3 terms in the sequence 1, 4, 7, 10. Each term in the sequence can be found by adding. So it looks to me like each time we go from 1 to 4, we're going to add 3. Go from 4 to 7, looks like we're going to be adding 3. So it looks like each time we're adding 3. So we're going to add 3 to the previous term. So this last one, 10 plus 3 is 13. So we put that there. That's the previous term. 16, previous term right here, 19. So the next 3 terms are 13, 16, and 19. Now, talk math here. How are the sequences 2, 5, 8, 11, and 2, 6, 18, 54 alike? So if I write them out, 2, 5, 8, and 11, and then we have 2, 6, 18, and 54, how are they alike? How are they different? Well, you could almost say there's 4 terms here, right? And they both have dot, 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 right? So we have that right. So looking at it, looks like you have 4 terms in the first one. And if you look up here, this one here, from going to here to there and there, it looks to me like you're adding 3 each time, right? So looking from here to there, it looks like we're multiplying by 3. So in a way, that's how they're different. You can say they're the same because you're doing something by 3, but then you're also the top one you're adding and the bottom one you're multiplying. So kind of similarities and differences. All right, algebra, identify the pattern, then write the next 3 terms. So we got to do the next 3. You might want to write that up there. We got to write the next 3 terms in each sequence. So we look here, identify the pattern. So that's what we got to do first for each one of these. Okay, you have 2 parts you got to do here. So the pattern looks like from 0 to 7. Looks like we add 7, 7 to 4. Looks like we are adding 7. So we're just gonna put plus 7. Okay. Now we can do the next 3 terms. So add 7 to that, you're gonna get 28. Add 7 to that, you're gonna get 35. Add 7 to that, you're gonna get 42. So that problem's done because we've answered both of them. All right, so this one here, we are going to look at this and say, well, okay, we're going down here. We're not going up this time, we're going down. And if we look at this, you're probably going to want to look this way first. Because if you look this way and you go that way, it looks to me like to get to 54 to 162, you're going to multiply by 3. Because if you look over here and say, well, 54 times 3, that's going to give you 162. So to get from here to here, you're not going to multiply, you're going to divide by 3. So chances are from here to here, you're going to divide by 3, and there to there, you're going to divide by 3 also. So each one of those, you're going to divide by 3. So we found divide by 3, okay? We found that. So now we have to divide 54 by 3. So, you think about what your multiplication tables or whatever. Or come over here and say, well, 54 divided by 3. 3 goes into 5 one time. Subtract, you're going to get that. 8. So 18 is our next one. Divide 18 by 3, you're going to get 6. Divide 6 by 3, you get 2. So we've answered our question right there. So if going from 72 to 70 or 72 to 66 looks to me like we're going down by, looks like minus 6. Go to there, minus. So it looks to me like our thing is minus 6. So 54 minus 6 is 48. 48 minus 6 is 42. 42 minus 6 is 36. So we've answered that question. Okay, going from 1 to 3, we either add 2 or times 3. Let's see. 3 to 9, we times 3. 9 to 27, we times. So this one is times 3. So now we have to do some math, guys. We have to actually do some 27 times 3. And that's going to be 21. This is going to be, the next one is going to be 81. All right. Now we got to do 81 times 3. 243. We have one more to do. 243 times 3. 9, 12, 6, 7. 729. Those are our next 3 terms right there. Number 6, we are going from 2 to 4. We either add 2, but going from 4 to 8, we're not adding 2, we're timesing 2. So it looks to me like we are timesing by 2. So 36 times, or 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. And then 64 times 2 is 128. And I know how to do that in my head, of course. All right, here we go. So going from 94 to 88, it appears that we are subtracting 6 there. 88 to 82 looks like we're subtracting 6. So it looks to me like we are subtracting 6. So take 76 minus 6, you get 70. 70 minus 6 is 64. 64 minus 6 is 58. Easy as that. Number 8, 12 to 24. Looks like we times by 2, but on 24 to 36, we're adding 12. So it looks to me like we are adding 12. So 48 plus 12 is 60. 60 plus 12 is 72. And then 72 plus 12 is 84. Easy as that. 512 to 256. Again, I'm going to start over here because these are bigger numbers. To get from 64 to 128, well, hey, I got to times by 2. So we're going to do the opposite. To get to here, I have to divide by 2. Looks to me like if I go there, I'm going to divide by 2 as well. So it looks to me like this one is divide by 2 is the pattern. So if I take 64 divided by 2, I'm going to get 32. 32 divided by 2 is going to be 16. And then 16 divided by 2 is 8. All right. Number 10, 8 to 13. Well, looks like the only thing I can do is add 5. So that's going to be the pattern because we can't do anything else, right? It looks like if we look at the others, we're adding 5 each time. So we're going to do plus 5 on my line. Add 5 to 23, you get 28. Add 5 to 28, we get 33. Add 5 to that, you get 38. Number 11, 11 to 24. If we did times 2, we're not going to get that. So it looks to me like we're adding 13 because we add 13, we add 13. So it looks to me like this is add 13. So 50 plus 13 is 63. 63 plus 13 is 76. And then 76 plus 13 is 89. Easy? Should be. Down at the bottom, number 12. 83 to 75. Looks like we're going down. Looks like we're not dividing by anything. Looks like we're just going to be subtracting. So it appears that we're subtracting by 8. You subtract that, you're going to get 8. So it looks like it's minus 8. So it's 59 minus 8. You get 51. 51 minus 8. We're going to get 42. And then 42 minus 8, we're going to get 30. What is that? 34. No. Yeah, 34. Okay. So 51. Make sure that's right. 8. Sorry. This is 43. Sorry, that's 43. My bad. 43. If you are watching this, you can look at this and say out loud, Mr. Young, real loud. And then say that I made an error subtracting. Plus Pobody's perfect. All right, so go from 2 to 8. Looks like we add 6, but that doesn't seem right because we have 832. So it looks to me like we have to see about multiplying by 4 because 8 times 4 is 32. Yeah, so we're going to multiply by 4. We got big numbers here. So we just start out and say, well, 128 times 4. Well, that's 32. That's 8. It's 11. 512 is our first one. And then we have 512 times 4. 8, 4, 20. So we have 2,048. And then we have 2,048 times 4. So that's going to give us 32. That's 16. That's 19. That's 5. And that's 8. So it looks like 8592 are our answers right there. So we've done everything we needed to do by showing what the pattern is, divide by 2 plus whatever, and then we found the next 3. Okay. So number 14, an amusement park offers discounted tickets after 4 p.m. Both ticket prices are shown to the right. Write the total cost of 1, 2, 3, 4 tickets for each time period. Compare the cost of 4 tickets before 4 and then 4 tickets after. So if we bought 4 tickets before 4 o'clock, well, you're going to start out with, for 1 ticket, you're going to have $45. For 2 tickets, you're going to have $90 because we're going to add 45 each time, right? And then you're going to have 90 plus 45. You're going to get 5. And then you're going to get 13. So we're going to have 135. And then we're going to add another 45 to that to get our 4th ticket, which is going to be $180. Okay. So that's the price of 1, 2, 3, 4 tickets. We'll just put a little 1 up here, 2, 3, 4. And then after 4, we have, well, the first ticket's 15. Second ticket is going to be, we're going to add 15 to that, so it's going to be 30. We're going to add 15 to that, get 45. And then we're going to add 15 to that, we're going to get 60. So it says compare them. Well, it looks to me like the cost from here to here looks like we're going 3 times that amount, right? Because 3 times 30 is that. 3 times 60 is 180. So it looks to me like it's 3 times the cost before 4 p.m. Or you could say it's a third of the cost after 4 p.m., however you want to say it. Circle the sequence that does not belong with the other 3 down here in the hot problems. Sometimes we don't do these. Now we are. We have 2, 5. So it looks like this one here we go plus 3, plus 3. So those are all plus 3. This one that's either plus 3 or 6 to 2. That's times 2. So it looks like we're doing times 2. This one right here looks like we're going to go 4 to 14. The only thing we can do there is a plus 10. So here looks like we're adding 5, right? Because 5 plus 7 is 12. And yeah, so which one doesn't belong? Well, it looks to me like these are all plus. So it looks like if we circled that one, we would just say that the others are adding and the one off is multiplying. Okay. And then the last one, again, how can we extend patterns? Well, we have to, and you need to write this down, we have to find the pattern first and then apply that pattern to the last term and then those thereafter. Because, like we found up here, we started with this one and we just kept applying it to the one right before it. Okay. All right. So this is not that hard of a thing, really, to be honest with you. Again, your homework helper here gives you an example. Tom is allowed to download 3 songs each week. So there's week 1, he downloads 3. Week 2, he does 6, 3, 9, 4, 12. The table shows the total. Extend the pattern for the next 3. So basically, it's just saying 1, 2, 3. We find that the pattern here is plus 3. So you're going to add 3 to 12, which gives you 15. Add 3 to that, you're going to get 18. Add 3 to that, you're going to get 21. And that's how they got the answers right there and right there. So you're going to do that. So you need to identify the pattern first, okay? And then write the next 3 and write 3 above it so you guys will remember. Just like we did on this whole page right here, you're going to do that for those 4. And then the word problem, Dino's dinner charges $4 for each sandwich. Carla's Cafe charges $8 for each sandwich. Write the total cost of. So you're going to say, well, 1 sandwich, 2 sandwiches, 3 sandwiches, 4. You're going to start out with here is Dino's for 4, and here is Carla's for $8. So Dino's, Carla's, and then you're just going to extend that pattern out to show the total cost for those. And then you're going to compare it. You're going to say, well, it looks like the cost, that one is kind of like what we did right here, okay, on number 14. So I might write number 14 to give you kind of an example right there. And Luke always runs 1 lap to warm up for track practice. Alex always runs 3 laps. So we're going to do the exact same thing as we just did here. Or we're going to say, well, Luke, and then we're going to say Alex. Okay, and here's 1, 2, 3, 4 practices, right? He does 1, he does 3, and then you extend that pattern out, and then you got to compare it. Okay, compare. That's what the main thing is. I don't want you to just write it out. You need to compare it. You need to write like we did right here. Okay, this one right here is number 14 as well. Okay, I'm looking for that. And then down here, hey, guess what? We did this in the very beginning of the vocabulary. Right there, come on. And then the bottom right here, you should be able to do that one as well. So good luck. And if you got any questions, come see me, and I will help you as long as you have something written down. Goodbye.